Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me. It's Wednesday today. If you're wondering why I pause, it's because when I do my live shows, sometimes it takes a while to kick in. I'm a naughty girl because I don't add on notifications because I'm silly. I'm silly in that way. Someone's got to be. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. It's been raining on and off where I am in my part of the land. Right. Got me pen. Got me smokes. Got me drinks. Woo! And I'll just wait for my peeps to come in. I was just listening to something. Oh gosh, it got me wound up. So all my content is found on the public domain. I do operate using the fair use guidelines. Sorry, I'm a bit nasally. Together with my own opinions, which are not necessarily true. Let me just move my weapons. That's it. Now we can all chillax. Oh gosh, I needed that. I couldn't sleep properly last night, so I done a lot as well. Let's just do a little talk and intro. Coming in, I've done a lot of research. I couldn't believe all the news going on. Oh gosh, I'm just writing them down now for you, Lo. We've got J-Lo, we've got Epstein files, Elon Musk. That's it, Epstein. I just remembered, motherfucker's blicky. And while I'm talking, let's see. It's like doing a Zoom call without the picture, without the photos. I'm sorry, I don't feel that well today, everyone. I feel all right. I'm just nasally. That's all it is. I don't want to get through with this news because, gosh, my gosh, have we got loads. And since my admin's just sent me one, I thought, you know what? I might as well just say what I need to say. I've literally had 4 hours beauty sleep, if that. My chihuahuas are barking. I've left the back door open. A cat or a fox has probably come into my house, or a mouse. I don't know. Either way, I'm not in the mood for none of them. I worked hard yesterday, and I'm going to play even harder today. No lie. Oh gosh. Couldn't believe the things I've done. Can't wait to fucking show you. I have to double check what is wrong with me. Literally, I have to double check that everything's still there. So, what do you want to start off with, everyone? Let me know. I want to say, first and foremost, hi to all my Shamz Don't Care crew. Yes, the goddess is here. I gave you a break for 2 days. So, you know, everyone should be happy. Feature, how are you, girl? How am ya? How am ya, me gorgeous? Babes, I just woke up, yeah. And the dogs have done a frigging doo-doo in my kitchen. I'm furious. I only just cleaned it yesterday, and you know what? I don't touch dog poo. I got my pink gloves and that. I'm not wasting my beautiful latex gloves on them dogs. I'm not doing it. So, Lexi, that's all right. I'll cover it. I can't. I just don't want this. I want an animal without them being like a human being. Why can't they just act decent? Right, future, look. We got J-Lo. that missing lady, Savannah Guthrie's mom. We got an update on her. Let's put Savannah Guthrie. And you know me, I've already got, in my head, I've got a couple of suspects. We've got Sharon Osbourne. We've got Ice coming to England. Oh my gosh. It's all kicking off, mate. Sis, don't forget, I'm born in Jamaica. You best start saving up. Because these mofos are going to be shipping me off. I mean, I got my British passport, but I ain't trusting it. I ain't trusting it. I was not born here. The taxes are paid and all that. I sacrificed my life. For what? And for what? And is it raining by you? I was supposed to send our Enigma that thing. Have I even got PayPal? No one's got bloody PayPal. And we haven't got Cash App over in England. If nobody knows, we haven't got Cash App in England. So you see, they try and restrict the English from earning cash. If YouTube will make you do videos and you can get your name out there, I think it's beautiful. I know, but babes. Oh my gosh, Fuji, you just reminded me. It was only snowing in Jamaica the other day. I thought, no. I went on Tammy Winkle's channel. And I like her. Fiji, you can come with me. I'm taking off of England with me. Sorry. Sorry, England. Sorry, Jamaica. My brethren, my English girls are coming. And my mans. My mans. And the in-betweenies. I got a few trans friends and I'm alright. Shit, you know. But yeah, it was snowing. You know, let me tell you something. I was born in Jamaica. And I didn't move here till I was 7 years old. And I never once saw snow in Jamaica. Every time I've gone back. Not once. I've never heard anyone report a snow. Now we're having hurricanes, volcanoes. I mean, seriously, what the hell am I going to have over at the school next? A Loch Ness monster coming out the pipeworks. Do you know what I mean? Like, what? What? When it was snowing in England the other week, I looked outside and oh my gosh, people, you should have seen the snow. It was bigger than my brain and that's massive. I shit, you know. The snowflakes were bigger than my brain. I was like, hell to the mofo, like them are modified. A bit like the fruits. Why does he say seedless fruits? Fruits aren't seedless. How do I grow fruits if you haven't got me no seeds? One future advice, save up as much seeds as you can and start planting now. Mind the soil that you use and try and cover all your plants because they're spraying the airs. Now, that's Shamz conspiracy of the day. Here's another conspiracy. Peter, give me another conspiracy. Right. We got Sharon Osbourne. Let's start off with her. And this one, I've got to thank Tammy. It's good. Clover Queen. Check out her channel, everyone. All my admins, actually. I have to thank them all. Jacqueline. Jackie. It sends me loads. She sent me one last night. We're entering... Oh, it was this morning. Was it last night? We are entering the great shifting within a capital H. Yeah. Another one exposed inside the migrant's phone. Yeah. What's really going on with a migrant? And the reason I might do one on everything that Jackie's putting down is because she covers mostly British news, like ex-British MP Andrew Bridgen. He's been talking about Satanism, child trafficking and things like that. Everyone's been keeping their mouth shut. Now, I've just found an article, people, where someone is suing for defamation. And it's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say the name. In fact, I've found quite a few. I wish I'd have done a screenshot. I'm hoping that I find it here. And they're accusing him of being in the Epstein files. Now, do you remember the other day when we was talking about the Epstein files? I did say to you, I haven't looked through it. I already told everyone about Pizzagate. We knew about that, yeah, from Andrew. And, the fact that Andrew was talking about pizzas and grinning and laughing like it was a joke on that BBC Two documentary that he done. I found that highly insulting because now we're all in the know. Years ago, when a lot of us was telling people what pizza meant, nobody believed us. And basically, they had different names. I did write down the names, but quite obviously I've been decorating and I don't know where they are. They've got names for different... It's like having a little secret club. Oh my gosh, they're so grown up. These people, it's ridiculous. They're absolutely so grown. So let's start off with Epstein. I might as well. Yeah, this is what I found out about him. I'll go back to Tammy's. On the Epstein files, there's a lot of people on there. A lot of names. We found out that they're split into, say, 2 or 3. I'm going to say 3 different categories. We've got one category where they've got emails from Jeff Epstein to certain people saying, I've done this and I've done that. Rare. Do you know what I mean? Like, can we meet up for pizzas? And I want a bit of burger and the milkshake. Now, when all these celebrities are asking for things like that, and we all know that they like caviar, that's when alarm bells start ringing on a reel. That's when you have to start thinking, why are these people asking about pizzas and all that? It's like having your children in front of you and they've got their friends for a sleepover. And, they've got their little secret code and they're kinking in, like laughing like idiots. That's what it feels like dealing with these celebrities. Because none of them, in my humble opinion, are taking the Epstein files serious. I want to know in my humble opinion, how many celebrities can you name that are actually on the files? Jay-Z went missing last night. Where's he flew off to? But that's another thing. So we got number 1, people that are in the email that have been actively texting him. For example, Elon Musk, and when he was with his wife Tallulah. And he was like, oh, Jeff, I need a party after my kids have gone from Christmas. And Jeff's like, what do you mean, Elon? Now, everyone's reading this. And when we dug further, it turns out, that Elon was asking him after he got accused of child trafficking, as well as other kinds of trafficking. Do you know what I mean? Because don't forget, there's many victims here, not just children. There were many victims. A lot of people were embroiled in this dirty, disgusting animal farm. Hi, Pedro. Hope you're all right, honey pot. Happy midweek. I decided to go in the mood when I woke up, and then I thought, no. It's 2026, Pedro, and I want to put a smile on my face. Do you know what I mean, babes? I don't want no wrinkles. That's all. But yeah, no, I have been doing some research a lot, actually. Because every time I do a research, everything's linking to everything. And I thought, I don't do much on this channel. But this one is my bigger one. So, let's make it one big, quick update. So, with the Epstein files, half of them are in the emails. The other half people have been accused. Now, this is where the government, fucked up. This is where they just literally, they went apeshit. This is where the devil took over their spirit. in front of them. The devil didn't even hide it. The devil didn't even creep in and go, no, the devil was like, bitch, I'm here, I'm taking over. And they're like, come on, enter my body. So a lot of people have been accused of going on the island and doing things. And these aren't just famous people. These are also powerful people that run banks. They run sport events, Hollywood, the royal families, you name it, they're in there. And like I said the other day on my last show on this channel, I did say to you lot, please name me a celebrity that's not in there. That's of age. That's not in there. No, that's another thing. A lot of people now, I don't know what's going on, but I've seen a lot of YouTube names being thrown around, and someone has just made a good point. He's been accused of being in the Epstein files. And we're thinking it's people like us accusing him, like, oh my God, we saw your name in the Epstein files. Well, no, in my opinion, this is my opinion now, I'm thinking someone from those people that are planting stories about the bigger YouTubers and the bigger people on different platforms that are actually getting traction because they talked about this conspiracy made up by the CIA. They talked about conspiracies years ago. And now we can prove that everything that we was talking about, like the pizzas and all that, when I was trying to explain to you like a couple of years ago what all that meant. And everyone was like, shut up, shut up. Oh, you haven't missed much, Future. I've literally just got into me groove. I've been ignoring the comments. So everyone can just talk to each other. So far it's been nice. I don't want anyone coming in being rude and interrupting, because this is a serious subject. Abuse is no laughing matter. It doesn't matter what age you are. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people, like, if it happened to someone mid-range, our age, would anyone give a poo-poo? No, they say you're old enough. But if it happened to the elderly, they say you're vulnerable. Not all elderly are vulnerable. If it happens to children, yes, we have to point it out because children are vulnerable. They're still learning up until a certain age. But either way, some people on different platforms have been accused of being on the Epstein files. I've just found out. And some of them are like, how the fuck am I on the Epstein files if I'm only like 25, 26 years old? I was a toddler when this happened. So people, when you're looking into the news, don't just read the title. Please do some research, because this is where they try and F us up. The very same perpetrators will be planting fake news. That's what the media does. The media is not here to save you. They're here to gatekeep their secrets. If the media was here to save you, there wouldn't be a media. We wouldn't have no news because people wouldn't fuck up. So, do you understand where I'm coming from? So, a lot of people, don't forget what I just said. If you do read any news about that person was on the Epstein list, I've said this from day one. If I went to visit someone for a business meeting, and I've done it more than once, I don't know if that man's doing anything. I didn't go to the party. I'm a mom. I go home. I cook tea. I cook dinner. Do you know what I mean? I've got things to do. Put the kids in the bath, put them to bed, read a story. Bye. So all I'm saying is, like, not everyone is going to be guilty. And plus, a lot of it is alleged. Now, everyone knows how I feel about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I genuinely reckon, Jay-Z, you don't become a billionaire black man in America without doing anything. In fact, you don't become a billionaire, millionaire without doing anything dodgy, unless it was left in a will. And even then, you have to be dodgy to keep the prey away. If you want to keep, if anyone is rich, the reason they're rich is because they have to be brutal. You best believe. You have to cut people off. Because the nicest ones will come to you, beggy, beggy. You know what I mean? So, we got those two different lists on the about the Epstein files. But then the list, people, it goes even deeper. And it's actually telling you certain things that they've done. Now, we found out a lot of the people on list number 2. And list number 2 will be telling you about the ones that are alleged. A lot of those people that have phoned up the FBI and the helplines, let's just say the helplines, for want of not blaming anyone in particular, any one group, because there's been a lot of different helplines to be phoning up. A lot of those claims were never checked up. A lot of those potential victims, alleged victims, their names were never taken down. Nothing. Now, I was looking into a murder that happened, it's about 40 years, 30 years ago. And it was about a missing person that was found. And it was lucky because that's another time the police have failed. And I'll go into the Idaho case, how they've failed again. Do you know where I'm coming from? So, don't think because they're a system like the police, not all of them, because they're the police or the government or they're a judge, whatever, that they've got your best interest at heart. You've got to treat these people like they are HR, human resources. Anyone that has an HR in their workplace should know HR doesn't work for you. They work to keep that company afloat and to keep your fucking mouth shut. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. Right about now, HR is giving you some information about a dodgy person that's within your realm, Jeff Epstein, and the rest of them. And now we found out this dodgy information. They've been trying to hide it. Half of the information they've put out has been redacted. They've kept half of the information. But what we do know is that the same thing that I've said and a lot of other fucking influencers, a lot of other people have been saying for years. They called me a conspiracy theorist. Mate, I was glad. I was like, I would be running it with a fucking flag, with a green flag. I am a conspiracy theorist. Like the CIA made up that name, conspiracy theorist. Why did they make it up? To try and make you look cuckoo nut. And then it turns out the weirdest things are the truest things. And people are in disbelief saying, they don't eat the kids. You think they only eat kids? Mate, they'll eat you if your blood is sweet enough. If you was a pure-ass virgin. If you're a nun, you best run. Do you know where I'm coming from? They're not interested in skets. They're not interested in dirty little prostitutes. Are you mad? That's just sex. These people go deeper. Psychologically, they go deeper. They genuinely believe spiritually that if they sacrifice, like they're in the Bible times, I suppose we all are, if they sacrifice this, that, or the other, the purest thing that you sacrifice should be your child. And he tells you in the Bible, God has done many times little things where he's tested us and says, I dare ya. If you love me, sacrifice your kids like I'm doing. And just as we're about to, God went, I'm only joking. Don't. Nah. The fact that he's going to do it proves enough. There ain't no one that's going to save us now but Jesus. Remember I told you that? These people are so heinous. The crimes are vile. They don't give a shit about your feelings. Not one of them would ever come out right now and apologise. They've been kidnapping to this very day. While we're still talking about the subject, there are still thousands of people shipped, kidnapped, blah, mistreated. There's millions. I haven't done no statistics, but I'd say 75% of the world has been abused. And I'd say only, what, about 30% know it. It's absolutely vile. And then they're using names. You got to look at things like the Ellen Show. Whenever she's saying, "Oh, Justin, did you have a pizza party?" And all along, we're sitting here just laughing and grinning with them, not knowing that we don't know the inside joke. It's like being that kid at school. You're invited to that party and they've only invited you there to take the piss out of you. That's how it feels. And then when you confront them, it feels like right about now, they're at the point when they're like, yeah, I did it. And what? What are you going to do about it? Kind of attitude. Which is even sickening in itself. Well, thank you, people coming in. Please smash that like if you do want to continue hearing me drone. So remember, on the Epstein case, when you are listening to people making, all this salacious gossip about, oh my gosh, so-and-so, Kanye was in the files, Jay-Z was in the files, you know what I mean? Zendaya was in the files. But use your brain. How old were these people? Were they there at the party? I'm going more on the ones that have been, and I'm not saying nothing about the victims. This is where I've gone mad at the authorities. When the victims, why give me a helpline to phone up? And when I'm phoning up and I'm like, blah, 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 this happened at this date. Don't forget, you can't remember everything. I can't even remember everything that happened yesterday. So really, when something traumatic has happened, I don't want to fucking remember it. I want to forget it. This is how a victim's mind works. They know this. Now we're starting to know this. And it's only people that have been through, deep trauma or that needs counselling, things like that, therapies. It's those kind of people that will understand how people can try and fuck you over in different ways. They can either be very nice to you or very nasty. Either way, it's acting to get their own fucking way. It's called playing a game. And that's what a lot of people will do, and they'll never admit it. It's manipulation at the highest. They will use you at your lowest to manipulate you at the highest level. And the fact is, they're not sorry. They're sorry they got caught. That's the only thing with people nowadays. They're not sorry. And they will bring up anything to try and discredit the victim. So that's the Jeff Epstein. And Jeff, allegedly, he was threatening a lot of people. Bill Gates, for example, he got some dirty germs, yeah. Kept shagging around everyone. He kept sleeping around. The filthy mayor. I mean, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It ain't about the beauty, but it is. Pete say, do you think an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 16-year-old is going to go up to Bill Gates and find him attractive if he didn't have any money? No. That's number one. Number two, a lot of them still wouldn't do it, even, if he's a millionaire. So number three, these men and women, to please these pick-me women, look, I'll do anything for you. I'll get you a child. Pick-me bitches, whores. All these people, what are they doing? You got pick-me, desperate, any woman that works with a man in doing child porn or any shit like that. You're a pick-me bitch. You're a desperado and a filthy little mess. That's me being nice because I'm on my fucking big channel. And Jeff Epstein was going around blackmailing a lot of them. So he was like, listen, Bill, you want me to get rid of you Mrs.'s germs? Bill's like, no. Yeah, because my fucking thing, my bank account is going to be micro. And my dick is going to be soft. I need Viagra, babes. And that's exactly what happened. He went, all right then. Buy me a fucking house. Buy me this. Buy me that. So now, Jeff is collecting information and these idiots didn't think, oh, let me just kill Jeff and get rid of the information. Nah. And Jeff has got info on everyone. You know, this ex-teacher is extortionating everyone. So yeah, Jeff did do a lot of things. We've got a story that is very compelling. One that's coming out very soon. And it tells you about certain people doing things with them. It's like they've all got their own preferences. Some of them like the little black boys. Some of them like the little blonde girls. Do you know what I mean? Some of them like the dressing up and the teddy bears and all that. But basically, they also like to eat humans. Now, when I first said this, everyone called me a fucking liar. Like, have you ever seen the film Alive? Watch it. And that was no choice. Go in the Bible. How many times has God warned you? How many times has God warned you that these heathens, they eat their own children to sacrifice? Are you not going to sacrifice? And you know what? These people have taken it literal. A lot of things are just morals. And these people have actually took it literal where they're fucking sitting there yamming up their kids like it's a fucking chicken dinner. They're eating it like they're having fucking buffet meal. Oh, they literally are. So now I want to know why all of these celebrities are quiet. They're all at the Grammys. All for them that have all these award shows have been accused and they're just going about the business like, I don't care. Do you see how fucking rude and black? If someone had accused me of doing that, I'd be distraught. I've been accused of a lot of things and I get distraught easily. I genuinely do. I'm like, why would you even think that of me? And people are like, well, if you're getting upset, that means you're lying. No, it doesn't mean I'm fucking lying. And I will sit there and try and prove that I'm not fucking wrong. And like I said, a lot of these victims have been phoning up for years. They've been telling us about the Diddy's, the R. Kelly's, the rares, the this, that, and the other, you know, the fucking Kevin Spaceys, everything. Nobody was listening because you know what? These stories sounded too unbelievable. Or maybe it was just too shocking for your ears. Hi, Mika, you're right on your part. Maybe these stories were really just too shocking for everyone to hear. It is hurtful. I don't want to sit there hearing about kids being eaten. Are you fucking mad, let alone adults? I don't want to hear about. I told everyone when my child was born. I read a story because I was still doing a bit of journalism. So I was still keeping up with everything. And Africa, a beautiful country, and it does get a bit of a backlash, but it's like USA. USA is a beautiful country and it gets a lot of backlash because not of the people, because of the government and the way the government are forcing the people to be. The government are trying to make you do the dirty work so you look like the fucking bitch and not them. Hi everyone coming in. Mika, you okay, honey? How's New York and that? Me and Future, it's a bit cloudy up in England, babes. I told her that ice might be coming to England. So, you know, I said, Future, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, Casper. Midnight blues off, mate. The darkness is going, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. But yeah, I haven't long woke up, and you know I'm not in a good mood because I'm fucking 2 hours. I cleaned the kitchen yesterday and the fuckers have pooed on my floor. And you know my poo cleaner isn't here for a couple of hours, so I'm furious. I am absolutely fuming. Doesn't matter because we've got a few more news. So everyone, that was, get my pen, that was the basis. Got me classical. I like this one, that's why I turned it off. That's the basis of Epstein. We've got some that are found in the email, and some of them are just from victims that have phoned up and reported. And like I've said, I will say it again, a lot of these victims, yeah. Mika, you prepared me yesterday. I made such an effort. Shit, you know, I don't think... yesterday was the hardest I've worked all year. I'm proud. Kitchen, bedroom, voila. Just the little mundane things that needed doing. And I was just so overwhelmed. I've been like having a little mini breakdown and crying and you know what I mean? And I need to pull myself out of it. So, you know, I think YouTube and a couple of you lot are the only ones that have got me going. I had a lovely email from Enigma. Tammy's just giving me some news. I saw your paintings and all that. You know what? Let's just get on, people. But say hello to my admins. Don't forget to join Mika's channel as well, everyone. Excuse me, I've still got a nasty cough. So, we've talked about the Epstein. There's so much we can go into when it comes to the Epstein files. But like I said, excuse me, what? Excuse me, peeps. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find my tissue now. I need to blow my nose some more. I'm really sorry. So yeah, when I was looking into it, it seems like Epstein was blackmailing a lot of people. But here's another thing that I found out earlier. Well, it was yesterday, and I've done some more research earlier, people. It turns out I'm going to do more research on this because the reason is, do you remember I was telling you like that Jeff Epstein and his crew, they use names like pizzas, cookies. Can you name any other names that I've heard? I've heard of pizzas, cookies. I swear I've heard of popcorn. They use different names to describe different kids. They're different ages. I know cookies are brown boys. Yeah. I know pizzas just means underage. Hot dogs, yeah. I don't know what the ping pong is, but I'm guessing. I know now. Hot dogs. I'm guessing those are the little white boys. Or is that just perving on the little white girls? Do you understand? It's like they've got their secret codes. I mean, you don't need to be a code breaker, really. And shall I tell you the reason we found out what these codes meant was because people have Reddit. And if you do like Reddit, join me on my Shamz Don't Care of the channel. Shamz the Goddess, yeah? I think it's just type in Shamz with a Z. Shamz, Shamz, the Goddess. It should come up. I think it's called Shammy B now. And we do Reddit stories. But yeah, people of Reddit, the pervert community of Reddit, actually went in a mood about 15 years ago and they went, why is Jeff Epstein using our code names? And everyone's like, And it was also Hillary Clinton, her secretary, that was found to be the what, you know, the whistleblower, not the whistleblower, but inadvertently leaked it. Mika, Shall I tell you where they got it from? The pervert gay community of... I've done my research. I told you, this was years ago. Years. I mean, way back. And the gay community... It's not gay. I'll take that back. I will take that back. That was so fucking rude of me. It was not the gay community, people. I got that info wrong. It was the thingy community. There's a paedophile community on the dark web, and they went on Reddit because people wasn't vetted that much those days. To, you know, if you're naughty, you could get away with it then. So what they done was... sorry. I'm losing track. Sorry, Mika. It's because I don't want to read the comments. I'm just trying to ramble on because I want to get through this. I don't want to be on here for like 3 years. Basically, what I found out is that what they done was, the paedophiles, they was using names like pizzas, like Mika says, hot dogs, anything to do with food. And those are describing the different kind of abuse. So it wasn't just child abuse, it was different kinds of abuse. And when they found out that certain people in the government and that were using it, there was like, what? And this is when the internet was first coming out years ago. So they went vexed about it, people. So when they went vexed about it, that's when everyone was picking it up. And then they called us conspiracy theories because we were like, well, what's pizzas? What's that mean? What's cookies? Why do you keep saying it whenever you're on a talk show? Like I said earlier, like on Ellen and things like that. Right. So, like I said, be careful of the information that's coming out right now. They're going to be putting out the truth with a bucket load of bullshit on top to just throw you off. And the truth is worse than fiction. You best believe. So all the evil stories that you've been hearing, this ain't no fault. They make Hansel and Gretel look like fucking Disney. And if you do know about Disney, you know that fucker's evil anyway, allegedly. Right, let's move on. Here's another thing that's evil, people. So we talked about them too. Oh, yeah. In some of the emails, Jeff Epstein's, some of the emails I've read. And this is not alleged. This is in the emails. Apparently, Jeff Epstein's has got secret kids. I will say alleged until I find the proof. Until I see them children, which I doubt that they'll come out. I mean, he wants to be associated with him. But it's like, you know, the Peltz family. If you know about the Peltz family and the Brooklyn Beckhams and, you know, the David Beckhams and that. If you come from old money, don't matter what trouble's going on in your family, you don't let the media know. Because that makes you look weaker. That's why Nicola Peltz, his dad, hasn't said nothing about Brooklyn. Just saying. I'm just trying to make you understand in the layman's term how these people work. It's a bit like gaslighting. Very fucking easy for these people to do it. It's second nature to them. They was born doing it. It's called survival to them. To us, it's a shocker because they're telling us this is how you should be and how you should treat people. And they're doing the exact opposite while grinning in our faces. And the ones that grin the fucking biggies are the ones that are fucking doing the worst crimes. And like I said, you don't get money for nothing. Right, next news. Kim Kardashian is dating Lewis Hamilton, who used to date Kendall Jenner. Now, I thought Kendall Jenner, that's Kim Kardashian's younger sister, I thought that she was a lesbiana. I thought that girl was a fucking full-blown lemonade tree with about 20 sprouts and them lemon limes, everything, because she looks that bitter. I know a lot of you lot hate on the Kardashian side, but I do like the Kardashians, not the mom. I do like the Kardashians. Yeah. Mika, you just said, oh Christ, I hope he doesn't have no biological children. Jeff Epstein. If he does, number one, we can't blame the kids. But Mika, you just made me bring up something and I keep meaning to bring it up on every show I do and then I regret it. Thank hell that you're here. The reason I'm mentioning this is, and it's kind of to do with David Beckham's son as well. Nothing to do with paedophiles, no, but it kind of is. If your family brings you up believing in a certain thing, you know what I mean? It doesn't even matter about, it's not just about religion. Even if you've been brought up with a certain culture and you've been warned about, this is what happened to our culture in the past and this is how you need to be. And this has happened to every culture, black, Asians, white. And then when I was digging deeper, don't forget we found out white people, there was only a minority of white people before World War II. They wouldn't accept half of Europe or the rest of the world as being white. There's a black person, if you got a white collar, I'll call you white. And I'm sure if any of you were a different colour and you saw me, you'd say, yeah, that's a black woman. Would you not? Then they try to fuck up our brains by saying, well, now this one could look like a woman. They try and tell us what a man and a woman could look like, should look like. And then when we go back in history, we find out men used to wear makeup. Men dressed like women. Everything that our generation has learned has just been one big fucking storyline. And with me, I hate being slighted. And I'm thinking, these children, like David Beckham's child, Brooklyn, as much as he's spoiled, I can kind of understand when he's like, you know what? Just because my parents want me to be a certain way doesn't mean I have to be. But that's the thing, though. Brooklyn is also going to understand. He probably wouldn't have met his wife. What would he rather have had? Living on a council estate, struggling to try and just be seen. You have to struggle with your talent. And then because you live on a council estate, the higher ups are looking down at you and think that you're desperado, so they think that they can abuse you even more. Or would you rather live with David and Victoria Beckham, knowing that they're going to protect you and, yeah, they're controlling your life by saying, don't talk to that one, don't, because you know what? When we did it, it fucked us up. But no, he doesn't want to look at it that way. But if Nicola and him fall out, everything's all, cozy for her. She's still got her £1 million a month for free. On top of whatever work a 30-odd-year-old woman's doing. Now, I'm thinking, would I love for my mum and dad to be paying 1 million to me at the age of 30 odd? Would I accept that? I would rather say to my mum and dad, out of guilt, really. Listen, just buy me my properties, buy me this and that. Just settle me down. Give me a lump sum. And then when you die, give me another one. But let me just leave and see if I can make it on my own. And that's the thing, a lot of people love to show off on what they've got. And they don't realise you wouldn't have had anything if it wasn't for the people working harder in the background to sustain it. And what I mean by that is Victoria doing Spice Girls, the modelling, the fucking clothes design, whatever, keeping a certain, way about herself. And the same with David. And then Brooklyn's like, well, it's not good enough for me. Oh, Brooklyn, shut the fuck up. Everyone's got anxiety. But you know what? I'd rather have anxiety and money than have anxiety and fuck all to eat and worrying about what my kids are going to eat and what my pets are going to eat. You're lucky, blood. You're fucking lucky. Every morning I've got to wake up and think about that, just like a lot of other people, and you're sitting there going, while you're drinking one of the world's most expensive alcohol. And you can't even drink. And that's the thing, Mika's getting me back on subject. If you're born into incest and you're born into thinking this certain religion's right, or this is the way you should treat a man or a woman, it's very hard to come out of that. Do you know where I'm coming from, peeps? Like, look at the way that we was all brought up. Each and every one of us are individual. Because all our parents are all different. So now we're looking at it and it's like, well, hold on a minute. You want that person to be like you and, they didn't grow up like us. So now, Peter Shane, I'm always grateful as well. Oh my gosh, my brother Peter Shane. I'm always grateful. How are you, honey? Thank you. Smash that like, that thumbs up. Because no one's doing it. I need help from my crew for once. I don't care whether you lot hate me or not. Just go on every single one of my old videos and just write a sentence like, hi, good video, or shit, I don't care. But the more comments you write, the better. You know what about now? I could do with it for my mental health because I'm not fucking mentally well. I'm feeling very overwhelmed at the moment. Hi, Tamil! You know what, Tamil? Peter Shane, me, because oh my gosh, features on it. Everyone, I'm trying my best. That's all I can say. And we'll leave it at that. I'm trying my best. So now we've talked about Jeff Epstein and the two different, one of them, Jeff was emailing, blackmailing. That's case one. And case two are the people that were doing whatever. Then we got the Beckhams, all that family drama that's going on. We've even had Brooklyn Beckham's ex-girlfriend coming out and she's like, oh my gosh, when we was 18 years old, we went on a date and he had his bodyguard with him. The fuck, bitch, you went to a fucking shit club and you're 18 years old and it's David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's son and you think he's just gonna stroll up like that? He ain't like no silly celeb. Oh, 10 mil, I'm just a bit overwhelmed. I'm mentally unwell. When I'm mentally unwell, I just get on with shit. Best way. I tend to block people out. And you can tell when I'm mentally unwell because things get done. I just think I'm overwhelmed. That's all it is. But we all get like that. So, it's normal. It's the way you deal with it. But thank you for asking and I hope you're okay. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, yeah. Brooklyn Beckham's ex came out. I did say that. Move on to the next one. Sharon Osbourne. She wants to... Let me have a look. Oh, everyone, hold on. Sorry, please. My mate just got me my fags. I'm not even lying. Don't want to show my mess, but look, my mate's just got me my cigarette. Oh, so I'm happy. Shamz is happy. There you go. Oh, right. I had to, because he's in a wheelchair and he can't get in. He's got to get the dog food now. Oh, MJ, I just gave him a hug and he smells like an angel. Oh, that's cheap, that is. Oh, everyone, say hello to my admins coming in. If anyone's on here, don't be shy. My admins will answer any questions. Peter Shane, he'll do feature, any questions about the YouTube. Mika, she'll answer the politicals, all that. 10 mil, he keep you going. Peter Shane, fuck me, I can't breathe. Celebrity news and that. So, welcome to Anne Royals. Talking about royal news, let's move on. So, did you not hear about Remembrance Day? Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember Remembrance Day? And then Harry, the fucking gay. No offense, please, but you know, that man's gayer than you. So we got a handbag H over there with a mega trash gob. We got colour chart Megan over there, Dulux chart. What colour is she today, people? Should we guess? What colour's Megan today? Is she black? She white? We don't know. Yeah. She could be in between. I needed them fags as well. I only have fucking... Cousin Eddie dropped me off yesterday. And I'll tell you why people drop me cigarettes off. Because my sickle cell's getting worse. I'm not very well. I can barely fucking walk. But when I get that wind up me, that's what Mika says. I've got my second wind up me. Pardon. And then that girl's there, boom, 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 boom. Has done about 20 paintings, a lot. Walked her dogs, done this, done that. And here's me sitting there, so rolling a fucking sleeve. Teamwork. Right, we got so much to get through. Like, come on, Shams. Sharon Osbourne. And thank you for this. Clover Queen. Let me just find it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought I sent it. 2 seconds, people. Right, Sharon Osbourne is to run for Congress. Well, that's shocking, isn't it?
She's got the X Factor for politics and will be taking on a convicted terrorist. Yep, you heard me. A convicted terrorist who is attempting to win a
council
seat in Birmingham. So this is...
So, Sharon Osbourne's coming to Birmingham. Is she off her fucking nut? Guess where I live, people? Birmingham. Shaz, your husband died in Wolverhampton. Stick to their politics. Birmingham ain't Wolverhampton politics. Just shut up. You're half dead. The fuck? I'm surprised half of them surgeries ain't fucking done a Joan Rivers on her.
Bot. And I mean, he really is the boss of humanity. He was jailed in Yemen after being found guilty of conspiring to attack the British consulate and a hotel. Convictions he now claims were fabricated, alleging severe torture led to a conviction. Despite having previously served time in Birmingham.
Well, who do you think I'm going to listen to? A man they've got on the news that's got they've purposely picked pictures of him looking heinous. And he's telling you and a few people, well, everyone's faking the news. And we're sitting there going, no, the news don't fake. The news don't fake. That's what we're saying. Anything that comes out in the fucking news. Sharon Osbourne, you're saying that you're coming to Birmingham. Why don't you say in LA? Why are you coming to England? Not to Wolverhampton, where your husband resided. And he didn't even stay there. That's how much he loved it. He moved to America, a different fucking country. Paid their taxes. But yeah, you decided to do what? Come to Birmingham. To do what? Talk about an Asian man. Is that deflection or what? I don't know what you're deflecting on, Sharon, but there's something going on. There's no way of all the fucking Indian people on God's fucking earth that you're going to sit there and tell me that this man is the worst. You didn't give a fuck when it came to that fucking Saddam Hussein or fucking Gandhi, whatever. And then it turns out that half of them, yeah, weren't as bad as the media were making out. Mad, innit? Because we all grew up hating these people. And in turn, that made us all grow up kind of hating anyone that looks like them. Don't lie. Don't lie. We know we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. So hold your hands up. So Sharon Osbourne, does England want you here? No. You sported a batshit crazy man. I don't see what the fuck you've done for a lot of people apart from play your fucking gob. And everyone's like, oh, she supported a lot of charities. Look beyond those charities. Years ago, I done work on these charities. And when they first was coming out about the Red Cross, I started researching Black Lives Matters. I told you lot about Black Lives Matters, and no, everyone's like, but Shamble about George, hashtag me too, and all that crap. Meghan Markle. Anyways, Kim Kardashian invited Meghan Markle to a party. They posted the party update as in Meghan Markle and Prince Harry because they're dickheads with no moral standing. They posted pictures on the net and they're like, oh, look at us. We're with the Kardashians and we're with the Hollywood celebrities. Like, look. And I was like, oh no, darling. Now we can run barefoot in Kim Kardashian's yard. Kanye, do I look African yacht? And then, call me a fucking liar. And Kanye's been seen walking around with his daughter, who looks like a fucking overweight prostitute at the age of 13. Who's? Okay, bye. Don't worry, I get reported every day or no. I hope today your insides grow as beautiful as your outside. Okay. Everyone's got an opinion. You don't have to agree, darling. And you're boring me. Mika says sober is worth celebration. I love you, Mika, and I love you, Peter, but I don't know. Right, I bet now I'd rather be fucking high as a kite than sit here living in this shit world. I know, Future, I'm glad you said it. Reported for what? Some people like rage bait. I remember ages ago, someone told me, a very fucking wise person told me that a lot of people will come on here and they try and do rage bait and they love it because all they want you to do is sit there kicking off. So when you kick off, yeah, they get their things, their wang out or their itaurus out and they start, I'm not lying. I did not know it was a niche. I'll shit you not, bro. Bro, do a video, yeah. Talk about something, anything, just even mention Trump. And there'll be someone there and they're like, they get their tweezers out. And they get their, the tweezers. Oh, Leo, don't be confused. This is a show for randoms. This is a show for the people that are a bit above. Okay. You get it when you get it. Anyways, people, let's move on. Leon's confused. Someone's wrote in the comment section, Leon, that they've blocked me and they've reported me. And then they've put goodbye. So I was just explaining that I found out I'm a veteran on YouTube. And over the years, I found out that some people, they will try and rage bait. Rage bait literally means whenever you say anything, they will try and cause an argument, basically like gaslighting your audience to turn against you. And then you go angry. They say something that they know might trigger you. They listen to your videos and then they're like, yeah, this is going to trigger her or trigger him or that or they, whatever, the tree. So then you read in the comments while you're doing a live and then you get triggered. And you're like, why would you do that? So they make you look stupid. And that's the only power that they've got because in real life, they couldn't go in a meeting and do that. They couldn't talk to their mom and dads or their partners like that. The only time they can do it is when they're on the internet because that's the only time they've ever been given power. The internet has given a lot of weaklings power, but these weaklings don't know how to control their power. So some of them use it for sexual gratification. Does that make sense now? Are you less confused? So some of them will come on here and they'll be like, well, show us your teeth then, you ugly black bitch, you nigger, you shit mom. They'll say anything to try and cause a reaction. So it derails your show so you look stupid. And then they're like, you failed just like me. Ha 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 ha. That's what they do. I've dealt with it for how many years now? You can see them coming from a mile. Sometimes I entertain them. In it, bro. Fuck them. Nobody else will. No, thank you. Who the fuck wants to sit there fucking someone with big spotty... Ugh. Like you're rubbing them. It feels like you're doing a cheese grater on their back. They're bragging about their fucking 20-inch cock. No one's got a 6-inch cock. I don't know where they're measuring from the arsehole. And men with big cocks don't brag. Have you noticed only the small cock ones that brag? About how brilliant they are. Then you got the pick-me bitches. Stop talking about pick-me bitches. Let's move on. Which pick-me bitch are we going to talk about? Sharon Osbourne, definitely a pick-me bitch. Then we've got, have you lot heard the news about this woman called Shannon? Let me just type it up here so you lot will know what I'm on about. She's a news reporter. And her mum's gone missing. Now, this morning they are breaking news. Shannon's mum missing. They've got breaking news this morning. Fucking hell. You know this? It's like it just types what it wants. So Savannah, sorry, not Shannon. Savannah Guthrie. Her mum's been missing. And here's the thing. I've been doing the Idaho case, and I'm going to talk about the Idaho today. I was going to do it in another video later on, and some Reddit stories, but you know what? I might have a day off today. I might go sleep. I haven't had much sleep, so fucking. But what I have heard, and I was very disappointed because one of her co-hosts, this fucking idiot bitch, was sitting there taking over the news like, she's my friend. Now it turns out Shannon, she must be a reporter of some news, CBS, I don't know what news. And her mom went missing. Now they've found, allegedly, according to the police, they have found a note to say, you know, we're going to, you best give us some cash. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, okay. So they're saying, let's give us some notes, yeah. No, sorry, there was a random note left. I don't know what the note says because they haven't, as far as I'm concerned, they haven't released it. But let's see what the police have said. And this is 1 day ago. They found blood outside the yard. Now remember when I said that, they found blood outside the yard because they found this in the Idaho 4 case. And the reason I can't listen to this bitch who's covering this case is because every time she's saying it, she's like, my friend's mom's gone missing. And her friend, Savannah Guthrie, she's reporting on the news. Savannah's mom's gone missing. They're saying that Savannah's sister, her sister's husband, is the one that allegedly is on the top of the list for the being the dodgy cunt that made her go missing. Bear in mind, the mom's old. The mom's old. She needed medication. And she had on something special that they said, you know, if she doesn't have medication within so much of a time scale, she will die. So that's fucking very worrisome. Also, Savannah was traveling abroad. And Savannah was doing deep, extensive research. And everyone's going, oh, it's going to be a family member. Now, remember what I told you, like, and this is the last time I'm going to say it. Savannah was supposed to go abroad, over to my kind of land, Europe, to cover some sports event or something like that. And I reckon she had too much information and nobody wanted her to go. And now her mom's being used as collateral damage. Oh, this is all staged. That's all I'm saying. For now. I'll tell you more.
Solve some pretty tough crimes. I'm looking for that again.
Sometimes it's good to take a little break from the news.
We're going to begin with that breaking news.
Right.
Nancy Guthrie Savannah's 84-year-old mother now at the center of a missing persons case.
Just a week after Savannah Guthrie's return to the Today Show after routine vocal cord surgery, she's already off the air, navigating a family crisis. Her 84-year-old mother...
So she was off the air, her mom's 84, and she's off the air, Savannah, for having throat surgery. Yeah? So they tried to shut her up that way. She went back to work. Remember what I'm saying? She's supposed to be reporting in Europe. And she is the only one that's done extensive. That's all I'm saying, people, for now. Hint, hint.
Investigators launching a search after her disappearance from her Arizona home. She was last seen Saturday night and reported missing on Sunday by family members. The Pima County Sheriff said multiple teams responded to the scene.
All my kids are absolutely amazing. So
They sure are absolutely amazing.
Savannah releasing a statement on her family's behalf Monday morning.
On behalf of our family,
On behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom. How many of you lot think that she's going to be safely returned? The woman's already sick. Where's her medication? She's wheelchair bound. To get her out the house ain't no like, oh yeah, you need to know how to operate shit. Am I lying? Without no one knowing. Then there was blood everywhere. Yeah, she's dead. Let's just say it. There was blood everywhere. And here's a joke. Now, this is where I'm going to move on to the Idaho case, because there was blood outside Savannah Guthrie's mom's house after the police had done their forensic analysis and clean up. So they've done the forensic analysis and they've cleaned up, but there's still blood. It's like they're laughing at us, you understand me? It's like Prince Andrew talking about pizza. Yeah, that pizza shop was open. And then the very same woman that was reporting it, that I was listening to, was one of her friends this morning. And this is why I'm moving on to the Idaho case, because she kept banging on Ashley Banfield. Fucking hate her. Brian Kohlberger.
Maybe there was something in the wilds. Like you said, it's pretty rural out there. The other thing that's upsetting, and I don't want to think this, is that, you know, if you're going to leave a body somewhere, there's so many wild animals in that area at night. It's very, very hard to keep the integrity of a potential body, if there is one, you know, intact for a long time.
Really, Ashley? There's so many bodies up there with all the foxes. And Ashley, I live in fucking Birmingham, England. I got my back door open now. My house is called Foxes.
The ransom note.
My house is called Foxes, and there's foxes in and out. What did the foxes pack her medication? Is that what they're done? And then did the bears wheel her out the house in a wheelchair? And nobody saw it in this area. It's not what they're used to. So if the police are a bit slow, the only reason that the police are a bit slow is because blah, blah, blah. Fuck off, you bitch.
One to TMZ that was detailed about what she was wearing, details inside the house, and then asking for Bitcoin. And another one to a local TV station. Let's see which one it is. I think it's KOLD TV in Tucson. KOLD, yeah. You know, my law enforcement source says he's not putting a lot of stock in that. There's a lot of crazies out there that want to insert themselves. But what are you hearing from where you are?
Yeah, so you mentioned with the TMZ note, we learned that in the note there were some specifics about what Nancy was wearing and then specifics about the inside of the house, but we don't know if those are true. I mean,
yeah.
That was just coming from TMZ. We don't know if it actually, you know, is going to check out with what she was actually wearing.
Yeah, but TMZ got it. Like, TMZ got that.
And it was an email.
TMZ got it. Yeah, but Ashley Banfield, shut up. You literally sat there saying, and this is why you can't believe this bitch. Now, I'm going to move on to the Idaho 4 so you can understand where I'm coming from. You got 4 teenagers murdered in the house, and there's 2 fucking witnesses, both hiding in the bedroom. One of them saw the perpetrator, one perpetrator, who allegedly drove hundreds of miles to go outside the house that they've never been to. And it was a party scene at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, just after DoorDash left the fucking yard. And DoorDash, that bitch that dropped off the DoorDash, she's a fucking liar because Zana was dead by then. So, here's the latest in the Idaho. Everyone sit down, listen. This is the Idaho, the latest. So you got the 4 of them dead. Kaylee and Maddie upstairs on the 3rd floor. 2nd floor, Zana and Ethan. It's Zana's bedroom, and it's got the front room, you know, the living room, the social room, and it's got the kitchen in there, and the bathroom, and there's a bathroom upstairs. Anyway, then downstairs, down, there's another 2 rooms. One of them has got Bethany. The other one upstairs has got Dylan. They've both lied. Their stories totally are, you know, it's not adding up. Now they're saying that Brian murdered these people with 1 knife. First thing I said to you was, for example, we got Peter Shane, we got Mika. I'm going to say Leone. And then I'm going to say Future. So, all right, Peter Shane is the first one. Stab him up. Then Mika. I've got 1 knife, the carbon knife. Mika, or cable, whatever. Okay, whatever. That fucking knife, that's not even, that was built for a complete different thing. It was built for the World War II. Was it the Japanese, Chinese? They built it. And it wasn't for that. It was literally for survival. But anyways, you stick that knife in, when it comes back out, it's killing you. It's not like normal knives. You know, blades and that. The way it can rip your veins and shit. Anyways, you gotta just study biology. So we got Peter. I'm upstairs. Peter's in bed with Mika, for example, yeah? And they're just chilling. They've just come back from sessioning. Yeah, so them both having a session. They're pissed up. You can see them on the camera. Blah, blah, blah. Got on. I stab up Pete. Then, if I stab up Pete, I stab up Mika. We got 8 minutes to do this. I've just walked in the yard. Don't know nothing. There's a big fucking Alsatian. A big Alsatian. So, Peter's dead. Mika's dead. Then I go downstairs and there's Anna and Ethan. Boom, 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 stab them up. In half of the police reportings, they're saying no one left the rooms, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? So if they're saying no one's left the room, what did I say? If there was only 1 weapon and there was 4 victims, it would have whoever stabbed up first. So if I'd done Peter first, his blood would be the last one tested. Do you know where I'm coming from? So you got Peter, then you got Mika next. Then you got Future. Yeah? Then you got Leone. Boom. Or 10 mil. Say 10 mil. Let's stick to our admins. That knife would have all 4 blood. And there would be cross-contamination. Cross-contamination. So the first time I use a knife would only have Peter's blood on. Second time, and how many times have I explained this? Second time would be Peter's, then Mika's, on top of Peter's. The third one would be what? And so forth. There you go. Now, in the evidence, in the fucking evidence that we've got, people, they found that Ethan's the only one that stayed in the room. Xander's bloodstains are they're used by a different knife, used by a different weapon. Kaylee's and Maddie's and Xana's seems to have been mixed up. Either someone tried to clean up the house, or and slash or they've tried fucking 8 minutes, random house, pitch black. They've got dog footprints and a Converse footprint. They don't tell you about the dog footprint. But someone noticed it the other day. One of our YouTube sleuths. And I was like, what's that? So it seems like someone done a very good cleanup job. And when you look at who was doing the cleanup jobs, one of the people that was potentially, allegedly, a perpetrator, their family done cleanup jobs. It seems like everyone that's still alive now, the ex-boyfriend, the Gonzalez family, the law, Bethany, not wanting to come back, the law, they're all involved. Someone is threatening the lot of them. And they are all shitting it so much, yeah, that none of them can get their fucking story straight. Because they know if they all sit together at the round table, everyone will be watching them. And they know if they contact each other inadvertently, everyone will be watching them. But we all know that no one will go in a fucking house with how many cars parked outside and stab up 4 teenagers in under 8 minutes. And then after that, do a clean-up job in 8 minutes. And if you saw the Kaylee, she had over 50 odd injuries. No screaming. But we did hear a video where Ethan was saying something and they were screaming at 2 o'clock. Ethan died in his room. It seemed like Zana was trying to get away. The time delay in reporting to the authorities, thank you, Pete. 4 o'clock, allegedly, this happened. And they didn't report it till 12. They phoned up all their friends and that. Now, if I found a fucking dead body, do you think I'm going to sit there going, Pete Shane, makeup? Are you mad? Number one, I'll be fucking screaming. This is my yard and I'm finding dead bodies. What the fuck do you think I'll be sitting there acting calm? As brave as I am? No. 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 So, when I'm hearing Ashley Banfield talking about her workmate, yeah, Savannah, whose mom has gone missing, and they've found a note or a couple of notes, they won't tell us. The police made a mistake yesterday. Now they've had to change their tactics. Now they've found a note. It's literally like, what are we... let's just blame someone else for it. Oh yeah, let's move on. Kim Kardashian, people. She's dating Lewis Hamilton. She's been seen over in England, in my country, and having private dates in the Cotswolds and all that with Lewis Hamilton. And if you don't know who he is, he went out with Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls. He was also an X Factor judge. Nicole formed One Direction. So yeah, that one. And he's also a young British boy. He seems to like the older women. But he did date Kendall Jenner, Kim's sister. Kim's apparently they've been dating for a while. And it's like, apparently Kylie is married to Timothy Chalamet or engaged. We don't know yet. So, you know, Pete, you're right. It doesn't add up. And then you got that Cole Packer. This is why I like Crime Circus. You got that co-packer one. And everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't bring him in. Yes, we should. I said from day one, dodgy. Car, dodgy. Touch, DNA. People need to know about DNA. How many kinds of DNAs you can have. I'm touching my lighter. How many, the shopkeeper that gave me the lighter, his DNA would be on the lighter. Does that mean he murdered me? No. And because of Brian's inability, I don't like to say disability, because, you know, that's what they want to call it. He's on the spectrum. I think that's why they're using him. And I reckon every single fucking one of them have been coerced. But I reckon Dylan and Bethany, this was pre-planned. They're trying to make it like it was a random unaliving. Was it fuck? Right, and we done Kim Kardashian. J-Lo, that's another one. Apparently, she's been having an affair, allegedly, with Ben Affleck. What? Who's Ben Affleck going with? I thought Ben was going with J-Lo anyway. Not Ben. What's that other one called? Let me just get it for you. Hold on, peeps. Let me just fucking get it because you know what? Oh my gosh. I'm just looking. I'm looking at the news I've been sent. And there's millions. And because I haven't had time to put everything into groups, it just goes into craziness. I can remember it anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Sherry Shepherd is being cancelled. She didn't even know. So Sherry Shepherd didn't know. And then you got that other one, what's her name? Kelly Clarkson. She's cancelled her show. Oh, I need some water. Oh, fuck. I was looking for that. She's cancelled her water. Kelly Clarkson has cancelled her show because her cheating ex-husband has died. And everyone's like, ah, he's dead. Good. Fucking waste, man. What else have we got here? So we talked about, I know there's something else. Come on, people, help me out. We talked about Sharon Osbourne wanting to take over fucking being a counsellor in Britain. Sarah Boone's case, she's nasty bitch. Sarah, the suitcase killer. Oh. Babes, send me some info on that. Okay. I like Sloan and I like Sebastian Soto. But I think sometimes because of the restrictions, I like a lot of YouTube channels actually. And I feel ashamed, not ashamed, I feel like sad for them. Because it's their bread and butter. YouTube was my bread and butter. And I feel like, look at her, looking off. Fuck me, what are you doing? Fuck me, the bitch is looking at me like I'm gonna die. I feel like, you know, YouTube's my bread and butter. But because of all the controversy to do with my channel, I've had to be realistic and realise that I will never make money off YouTube unless I'm doing my merch. Hi, Tony. And it's a shame, really. But I can understand why a lot of people are being the way they are. Just remember, this is a spiritual warfare. A lot of the news that you're hearing, like Kim and Lewis Hamilton, they've both sold their souls. So now they're on YouTube trying to distract us with their news. Same with Kim Kardashian. Kanye and that. Then we've got certain people coming out with, oh, this one was on, like Shams is on the Epstein files. I wasn't. You got to look at the timeline. This is the time when you stop being lazy and do your own research, people. We've got to be serious. And I've mentioned the Idaho 4 case because those 4 people were not famous. But when I'm looking at the Shanquilla Robinson case, you know, the cable, the Mexico, how many of you remember Shanquilla? How many of you remember, like, when I'm doing a lot of my murder cases, or when I was talking about Epstein earlier, I'm looking at the Epstein people. And like I said, a lot of these victims, they phoned in. They phoned in the helpline and says, can you listen to me? Can you hear me out? Do you know how much courage it takes when someone manipulates you and bullies you? Sometimes you don't even realize that they're doing it. And even if you do, the strength that you have to try and be like, you know what, I can't cope with this anymore. But then you can be afraid of them. It can be you're physically afraid of them. You're financially afraid. Someone that's manipulating you knows they've got a hold over you in some way. That's why you're not getting away. It's nothing to do with love. It's all manipulation. And when the media is telling you something, we all know by now that the media lies. So why is it we're looking in the media? It's telling us off truths like, yes, Jeff done this, Jeff done that. Why are you blaming all Jeff? And President Trump is like, yeah, but my name wasn't mentioned. President, you was on both lists. You was in emails. And you was allegedly blamed. So if you watch my show from earlier, you'll hear me say some was blamed because Jeff Epstein showed emails, or, you know, we found the emails. And some were blamed because people were phoning in the hotline. But when there was phoning in the hotline, yet again, the people that were supposed to protect us, when we're phoning in hotlines to help us, they're the very same one working with a fucking shit team. And if there's one thing I do before I die, it's to show you lot and not to get manipulated. We're finally fucking waking up. We never believed that people were eating children. Because to us, in our heads, we grew up and that was just a monster story. I'm telling you, I've known people that have lived that real life. We don't believe, oh, there's mermaids and things like that. Yeah? Because there ain't mermaids like how they're fucking painting it. There ain't no little fucking Ariels. And isn't it funny her name's Ariel? What's she listening to? What does the fucking say? You got to understand. And if we want to go more in depth, people, please join me on my goddess channel. Like I said, this year I want a lot of my real people to come on. You don't have to put your face on. We can do this. Where I'm, I've got my other phone. I can talk to you on there via Zoom, whatever. And we can record on here. No one will see you. But we all need to tell our stories. Because this ain't just about famous people. This could be your neighbour, your auntie, your dad. It could be anyone. Your taxi driver, your employer, your lover. And one thing about life is nobody ever needs to be controlled. If someone is making you feel uncomfortable and you feel that you can't tell them, they're not for you, love. Cut them out. If they're pushing your boundaries and you're still respecting them and they can't respect you and they have to rehash everything, cut them out. Boom. It's not mentally right for you or them. Concentrate on your road. Every single one of us has got a goal in life. Don't look at the goal of, I want to be better. Don't we all? One thing in life that you want to do, name it. Just one thing. If you was to die tonight and I said you had one thing that was feasible, something that you can achieve today, what would you do? Instead of thinking about it, do it. That's real manifestation. On that note, everyone, please join me on my other channel. Once I've got more energy. And I really need to get some things done. If any of my admins are on here, don't follow me yet. I'm going to need me. I'll text you, but I'll shit you out, all my admins. I'm going to need me a couple of days off. Because my mental is not well. I'm not lying, my mental is not well. I'm feeling very overwhelmed. And I'm trying to find my path in life. And I genuinely do not wish nothing bad on anyone. Whoa. So on that note, Tony, you know what? I've got my crew, I've got you lot. God strike me down if I'm fucking lying. When I come on my YouTube, it gives me that boost. But I'm feeling a bit lethargic at the moment. So I'm going to put me something in to eat. And then I'm going to have me a little nap. I think that's what I need. And then after that, I'm going to be okay. Do you know what I mean, sis? So everyone on here, thank you so much for being here. I shit you know. Like, subscribe and share. Only if you do. And we can talk about more celebrity gossips. The Grammys, the lot. There's so much to talk about. Justin Bieber getting back in best friends with Selena Gomez, his husband, blah, 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 blah. So much celebrity gossip. On this one, I'll be back in a couple of days. Oh, I love you all. Oh. So bye. Love you.